Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is G, and it's great to have you here once again. Today's episode is dedicated to a car that needs little introduction, a machine that has come to define modern American muscle in the 21st century, the Dodge Challenger SRT. In this video, we're going to take a deep look at what makes the Challenger such a powerful symbol of performance, design, and attitude. We'll explore where it came from, why it was created, what it represents, and how it compares within the muscle car hierarchy. And of course, we'll reimagine this beast through a custom wide-body design. So without any further delay, let's get started. Few automobiles in modern history have captured the raw spirit of American muscle quite like the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat. In an era dominated by fuel efficiency, hybrid technology, and digital driving aids, the Hellcat stands as a bold reminder of a time when cars were defined by their engines, their sound, and the emotion they inspired. Introduced by Dodge as a high-performance variant of the Challenger lineup, the SRT Hellcat is more than just a vehicle, it is a statement. With its supercharged V8 engine, aggressive styling, and unapologetic approach to performance, the Hellcat represents the pinnacle of old-school muscle fused with modern engineering. The Dodge Challenger itself is deeply rooted in automotive history, tracing its lineage back to the muscle car wars of the late 1960s and early 1970s. During that golden era, automakers competed to build the most powerful, fastest, and most visually striking cars on the road. Decades later, Dodge revived that competitive spirit with the Challenger SRT Hellcat, pushing performance boundaries to levels once thought impossible for a production car. At the time of its release, the Hellcat shocked the automotive world by offering supercar-level horsepower at a relatively attainable price, redefining expectations for muscle cars. In this video, we'll explore the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat in depth, examining its historical roots, engineering brilliance, design philosophy, cultural impact, and lasting legacy. Through an analysis of its power, technology, and symbolism, it becomes clear that the Hellcat is not merely a fast car, it is an icon of American automotive identity and a bold declaration that muscle cars are far from extinct. Let's take a look at the historical roots of the Dodge Challenger. To fully appreciate the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, it is essential to understand the legacy from which it emerged. The original Dodge Challenger debuted in 1970 during the height of the American muscle car era. Built to compete with rivals like the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro, the Challenger quickly gained attention for its bold styling and powerful engine options. It embodied freedom, rebellion, and performance qualities that resonated deeply with American car culture. However, the muscle car era was short-lived. Rising fuel prices, emissions regulations, and changing consumer preferences led to the decline of high-horsepower vehicles in the mid-1970s. For decades, muscle cars existed mostly as nostalgic memories and collector items. That changed in the early 2000s when Dodge reintroduced the Challenger, blending retro design with modern engineering. This revival laid the foundation for what would eventually become the SRT Hellcat. When Dodge announced the Challenger SRT Hellcat in 2014, it was clear that the brand was not interested in subtlety. Instead of modest performance upgrades, Dodge unleashed a car that shattered horsepower records and reignited the muscle car rivalry. By embracing its heritage while pushing technological limits, Dodge successfully bridged the past and the present. Now let's talk about the engineering and performance of the Dodge Challenger. At the core of the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat lies its most defining feature, the engine. Powered by a supercharged 6.2-liter Hemi V8, the Hellcat produces an astonishing amount of horsepower, far surpassing what most drivers would ever need on public roads. This engine transformed the Hellcat into a symbol of excess power, excess sound, and excess adrenaline. The supercharger itself is a marvel of engineering, forcing massive amounts of air into the engine to maximize combustion and power output. The result is instant throttle response and relentless acceleration. When the Hellcat's engine roars to life, it announces its presence unmistakably, creating an emotional connection between car and driver that few modern vehicles can match. Performance goes beyond straight-line speed. Dodge equipped a Hellcat with high-performance suspension systems, massive brakes, and advanced traction control to ensure that all that power remains manageable. Drivers can choose from multiple driving modes, adjusting throttle response, steering feel, and suspension stiffness to suit their preferences. Whether cruising on the highway or launching down a drag strip, the Hellcat delivers a driving experience that is both thrilling and surprisingly refined. Despite its immense power, the Hellcat remains street legal and practical enough for daily use. This balance between extreme performance and everyday drivability is one of the car's greatest achievements, making it accessible to enthusiasts who want supercar excitement without sacrificing comfort. The Dodge Challenger SRT. Hellcat's design plays a crucial role in its identity. Visually, the car stays true to its retro roots, featuring a wide stance, long hood, and muscular proportions reminiscent of classic muscle cars. However, every design element serves a functional purpose, blending aesthetics with performance. The front fascia is aggressive and intimidating, with large air intakes designed to cool the supercharged engine. The iconic Hellcat logo, a snarling wildcat, symbolizes untamed power and sets the car apart from other Challengers. Wide-body variants further enhance the Hellcat's presence, accommodating wider tires for improved traction and handling. Inside, the Hellcat balances luxury with performance. High-quality materials, supportive sports seats, and modern infotainment systems ensure comfort, while performance gauges and digital displays remind drivers of the car's capabilities. This combination reflects Dodge's philosophy. The Hellcat should feel just as thrilling at rest as it does in motion. The design of the Hellcat is not merely about appearance, it communicates intent. Every curve, vent, and detail reinforces the message that this car was built to dominate the road and command attention wherever it goes. Now let's talk about the technology and modern innovations about the car. Although the Hellcat celebrates traditional muscle car values, it is far from outdated. Dodge integrated advanced technology to enhance safety, performance, and driver engagement. Modern stability control systems, launch control features, and adaptive suspension settings allow drivers to harness the Hellcat's power with confidence. The infotainment system provides access to performance data, allowing drivers to monitor horsepower output, acceleration times, and engine metrics. This level of feedback transforms driving into an interactive experience, deepening the connection between driver and machine. Safety features such as advanced braking systems and electronic driver aids ensure that the Hellcat remains controllable even under extreme conditions. These technologies demonstrate that raw power and modern safety can coexist, making the Hellcat a product of both tradition and innovation. Cultural impact and popularity. The Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat quickly became a cultural phenomenon. Its outrageous horsepower figures made headlines, while its aggressive personality earned it a devoted fan base. Social media platforms, car shows, and racing events became stages where the Hellcat showcased its dominance. In many ways, the Hellcat represents defiance. At a time when the automotive industry increasingly prioritizes efficiency and electrification, the Hellcat unapologetically celebrates combustion engines and mechanical excess. This attitude resonates with enthusiasts who view cars as expressions of freedom and individuality. The Hellcat has also influenced popular media, appearing in videos, music, and automotive journalism as a symbol of power and rebellion. Its reputation extends beyond performance statistics, shaping how people perceive modern muscle cars and American engineering. Now let's talk about the environmental impact and industry challenges of the Dodge Challenger. Despite its popularity, the Hellcat exists within a changing automotive landscape. Increasing emissions regulations and the rise of electric vehicles pose challenges for high-performance gasoline-powered cars. Critics argue that vehicles like the Hellcat are unsustainable in the long term. However, the Hellcat's existence highlights an important moment in automotive history. It represents the peak of internal combustion performance, a final celebration before the industry transitions toward new technologies. In this sense, the Hellcat is not just a car, it is a historical milestone. In the end, the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat stands as one of the most iconic performance vehicles of the modern era. Rooted in the legacy of classic American muscle cars, it combines raw power, bold design, and modern technology to deliver an unforgettable driving experience. More than just a means of transportation, the Hellcat is a statement of identity, passion, and engineering ambition. Through its supercharged V8 engine, aggressive styling, and cultural impact, the Hellcat redefined what a muscle car could be in the 21st century. It proved that high-performance vehicles could still capture hearts in an age of rapid technological change. While the future of the automotive industry may move toward electrification and sustainability, the legacy of the Hellcat will endure as a symbol of excess done right. Ultimately, the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat is not just remembered for how fast it is, but for what it represents: freedom, power, and the enduring spirit of American muscle. It is a car that roars against conformity, leaving an unforgettable mark on automotive history. If you enjoyed this breakdown and the wide-body concept behind it, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more updates. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Peace out.